Hi everyone, it's James from Eurovision Island back for a new season of Review in 2, Eurovision Island's Lightning Fast review show. We know you don't have all day to spend watching reaction videos, and if you do, seriously, why? Think about your choices. So we just give you 2 minutes or less on all 35 songs heading to the Eurovision Song Contest 2026, which is of course taking place in Vienna in Austria. Never any hate, just a difference of opinion. I'll talk about what I like, what I don't like, what I think can be improved on, and all 35 songs are going to get their review in 2 moment. So sit back, relax, enjoy Review in 2, and let the Eurovision Song Contest 2026 begin. Let's hop over to Malta, Aidan and Bella. Now, let me start with the positives. Very confident performer. Aidan knows how to connect to the camera. He sells the feeling of the song really well. That always helps. It's a very moody, very slow romantic ballad. For me, it doesn't feel like it quite gets there, but I'll get onto that in a moment. Some very nice staging elements, that sort of petal storm towards the end, that's really nice. The sort of ghost dancer on the floor around him, I think that's really nice. Again, very memorable hook. And I love the fact that it's in English, Italian and Maltese. I think Malta really need to tap into the fact and realise that so many of us out in the Eurovision fandom would love to see them sing more in Maltese rather than just a little word here, literally a word last year, or phrases, you know, send a song entirely in Maltese. Come on, that's what we're waiting for. As I said, for me, it's a very slow, brooding ballad, and I know people love that kind of music and it can feel very emotional and very powerful. For me, this feels like it's stuck in the wrong gear slightly. And what I mean by that is it plods along, it doesn't really build, and the moment you think it is going to build into this very dramatic crescendo, it sort of gets there and then doesn't, which for me, I'm just not a huge fan of the song, as you can probably guess at this point. But I know a lot of people out there are really enjoying it. Now, this is where it gets interesting, because I know a lot of people out there are really enjoying it and are saying it's a dead cert to qualify. I'm much less convinced, and I'm trying to look at that objectively and say, is that just because it's not particularly my favourite song? I think there's a lot in that semi-final that is going to be very attention-grabbing. If it was only a televote final, then I think Malta might struggle. Knowing that the juries are back for this year, I think that may help push them up. I don't think this is strong enough to win the Eurovision Song Contest. If it does qualify, and for me it's still very much an if. I can see it doing mid-table, maybe lower top 10. I don't think it's going to bring Malta a win. But, as I say, there are some really nice elements in there. And I'm trying to be as objective as possible and say, okay, there are some really nice elements in there. Not quite my cup of tea, but a solid try from Malta.